What's going on, Preneurs? Today we're going to talk about a major tragedy, the Astro World tragedy. And really, who has the liability? Let's get right into it. So Preneurs, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about, again, Astro World and who really has the liability. Is the venue or is it Travis Scott? But before we get into that, let's kind of go to the facts of what really happened at that incident. Now, what happened, number one, is there was 10 deaths. Unfortunately, 10 people did pass away at this event. There was over 300 lawsuits, and that may be still counting, all right? You have over $3 billion and more of lawsuits as well in total. But also, who's including those lawsuits? You'd be surprised to know. Look, you have Live Nation, you have Apple in this involved as well. Travis Scott, of course, the venue, but also even Drake's also included in this, right? So let's kind of dive into first the liability that may have the liability would be who? The venue. This is called NRG Park, right? So let's kind of talk about a couple different things. Did they maintain safety for everyone that actually purchased a ticket to go into the event? If I'm purchasing a ticket, I'm bringing my kids, I'm bringing myself, I'm bringing my lady, I'm bringing my spouse, whatever I'm bringing to that event. I'm going to the event expecting to leave and going back home, right? Have a great time and all that. So did the venue provide that safety for everyone that purchased a ticket? You're gonna have to make that decision after this video as we go through some of these things. Capacity was over 200,000 is what the venue could hold, but there was only 50,000 people there. So did the venue handle that? Yeah, I mean, they were way under their full capacity, so they did handle that at least. Next was the venue managers were late with filings with the city. Now this is big because all the different things that they had to communicate with the city, these venue managers, was different things like fire codes, street closures, and a lot of different things that kept the public safety where it needed to be. The next one is this one right here, which is they changed their plans 5 days before the event even started. And the whole purpose of changing the plans was public safety concerns. That is major right now. Let me tell you why, because if you look at this, to me, they're very understaffed. Now, again, this is your opinion. You can look at this as well. There was only 26 police officers that was supposed to control this 50,000 crowd. I don't know about you, 26 is not going to be able to control 50,000. That's way too many. That's not even counting security guards, anything like that, but I think there need to be a lot more police officers to be able to control that amount of crowd. So that is the venue itself. Now let's go to Travis. Now Travis Scott, which is the one that hosts this Astro World, because he's the headliner, he's the one that does it with Live Nation consistently. Here's some different things. He does have past history when it comes to different incidents such as this we have to bring up. In 2015, there was disorderly conduct where he actually encouraged fans to jump over barricades to come on the stage. That was in 2015. In 2017, there was a suspicion in inciting a riot. He actually pled guilty to that. And then people actually rushed on the stage at that event. And that was strike one, strike two. Now this is strike three, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's strike three to you. 2021, again, this event happens with all this is going on with 10 deaths, 300 lawsuits, and so many other things are going on right now that's ongoing, where now the FBI now has to get involved. Is this his third strike? I have no clue if it's a third strike or not. I'm not the one to make the decision, but we'll definitely be able to watch and see. So could be the prevention for this? Because if you're watching this, it's like, man, you have concerts that are going to consistently keep happening. You're going to have mega churches are going to have big gatherings. You're going to have leaders that consistently have major events too. Networking events always going to happen. So what are the top 3 things that they could have done to prevent this whole incident of happening? Here's our top 3 things. Here's number 1. Permits and plans needed to be prepared a lot earlier. Not just 5 days before, not just weeks before. We're talking about almost months before, so they can make sure that this was properly reviewed and everyone was on the same page, because no one was on the same page and making sure this event was going to run smoothly. Number 2 is actually communicating with the performer. Now, today was one of the biggest notices. Travis Scott actually spoke out all about this event, and he talked about that he couldn't even hear what was going on. People were yelling in the crowd saying, help, 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 and he said he couldn't hear. You know, I'm just paraphrasing. Of course, you can definitely check it out on Instagram. It's on everything, Shade Room, all those different things if you want to hear the interview. But communicating with the performer, I really believe that anyone could have communicated to his ear, right? You know, they all have the audios and things like that. There has to be a certain way to communicate with the performer on the stage, because he easily, if he would have got communicated with, could have said, hey guys, can you stop? Hey guys, can you guys back up? And can everyone stop? He could have controlled the crowd a lot better because he's the one that everyone's coming to see in the first place. But if he's not communicated that there's actually an incident happening, then of course he can't actually communicate to actually control the crowd either. I think that we need to be able to do that a lot better when it comes to these different things that may happen in the future. I think that would have happened. We could have prevented this. Also, number 3, overstaffed versus understaffed. Now I know what's going on. We're all definitely still in the pandemic. A lot of people are still switching back to pivoting and transitioning back to work and things along those lines. A lot of companies are still trying to save money in regards to having staff, not having staff. But this right here, not having enough staff, definitely hurt the situation. They were clearly understaffed. Again, 26 for only 50,000. That's definitely understaffed. If they were understaffed, I believe this would have controlled the event a lot more. So by saving money by being understaffed actually cost them a lot more money in the end. So Preneurs, that's all we have for you here today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video for yourself. Go ahead and like, share, comment. Let us know exactly what you thought about the video. Let us know who you think is truly liable. Go ahead and click that notification button if you haven't already, so you are updated of all the new videos that are going to be coming out. Check the social medias if you haven't already. We'll see you in the future.